3, 2, 1, go.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Dungeons and Destinies. Before we begin tonight's episode and everything else, I would like all of my players to say hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Heyo.
All right, really enthusiastic there, guys.
Okay,
What?
we play Dungeons and Dragons! There, still Travis's
can't say
thing.
And I gotta move things around 1 second. And okay. So before we begin tonight's episode, I'd like to start off with a couple disclaimers. So all the music you're going to hear in tonight's episode is made by the wonderful Michael Gelfi. Check him out on YouTube and Spotify. It's MichaelGhelfi. He's a wonderful composer along with his companion Philip Melvin. They do great work and a whole lot of other great stuff. And all of the character art you see on screen is made by the wonderful Alice, the player from Magnus. Chances are you're watching this through her channels, plural, so check out her other stuff because she's great, she's hilarious. A lot of the content she produces is pretty fucking grand. And lastly, all of the maps that you see on Roll20, including the battle maps and the table you're looking at now, were made by me using free assets and arguably images I took from the internet that I don't know are free. So if they're not free, DM me and we can remove them because I had to add some things this time that may or may not be. I mean, technically, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Don't mind that. But yeah, everything else is used FA map making, and they are a free online asset for map making on just online for like tabletop role-playing games. They're called Forgotten Adventures. Check them up, pay them money, they're great. So without further ado, does anybody else have anything else they want to say?
Welcome.
Metal dice are pretty. I like metal dice.
Are very pretty. Metal Dice. Metal Dice is also a great band name.
It is a great
God
God
name,
damn
yeah.
it. And the new ones that I got today make me want to play Dark Elf, so maybe that'll actually come to fruition.
No.
Never.
No, you're not getting rid of your character
'Cause-
yet.
So you'll go Dark Elf Warlock, and then you'll be like, I fucking hate this character, and change immediately.
Yep.
You're right, because I'm a problem.
So, without any further ado, let's begin tonight's episode. So, welcome back to the roleplay heavy world of Aracretia. Last we left off, our players had come out of some very interesting things and talked with their, let's say, magical advisor Fusion, to discuss some things that, you know, were very private towards them. And in doing so, they were also informed that the quest that they had just gone on for that Grand Wizard of Fusion basically allowed him to teleport them to the outskirts of the War Waste. So they may be able to sail back to Live Lacur without having to sail through the dangers of the War Waste again. Along with that, Fusion also said, hey, it's pretty dangerous, but if you give me 2 or 3 days, I'm sure that we will be able to make it a lot less dangerous. So the party decided to stay a couple extra days as they are already far ahead on the timetable that the king of Live Lacur, Oslo Basilius, gave them. As they decided to do what they do in talking and chatting and making plans, they also decided to go and explore the once filled island of Live Lacur, or of Spectre Island, sorry. And in doing so, they came across a few abandoned towns, or they came across one abandoned town, which they looted for magical items and other things, and they decided to follow along to the next one. Lothric riding his new, let's say, divine beast, Tempest, a large rhino made of what seems to be his very essence, I guess, if you will. And from there on, they found that they were being followed by Paladious, a small, friendly guy who has some very magical things going on with him. And as Paladious caught up with them and talked to them, a deeper connection was formed with him. And that is where we left off. So, all of you stand about halfway towards the next town you were going to. It is about 11 in the morning. And yeah, Paladious has caught up to you all. Actually, sorry, it's about 1 in the afternoon now. Paladious has caught up to you all, and you've all been interacting with him very, very kindly, very neatly. Bo, you just kind of conjured this magical bear. Lothric, you helped him remember a long forgotten memory of a favorite animal. So, yeah, I'm going to change the music, so give me just 1 second. And while I do that, you guys can do whatever the fuck you want, I guess.
Thanks.
Nice.
Oh,
You see how fast that was? God, that was so
That was
fast.
amazing.
that was
so
great.
fast.
That was so good.
He's just a little guy.
So
Just a
yeah,
little bit.
what surrounds you are the flat and tepid green hills of Spectre Island. Large wheat fields surround you as you are in what was once farmland for the capital city of Ikalia. Paladious stands near you. Tempest, still next to you all. The sky above you is a bright blue, and a color that you haven't seen for a while, considering that most of the island had been covered in those dark storm clouds that were being supposedly created by the demon that you killed. So here you stand, halfway to the next town. You may all do as you wish.
Well, shall we be off?
I think that might be a good idea.
And then
How far away from me are we from the next town that we were going to?
wasn't it just,
Probably
like,
about a mile, I would say.
Okay. Okay.
Or 1.27 kilometers, or whatever the fucking conversion is.
You.
Nice.
Never mind, I forgot what I was gonna say. Sorry.
With Lothric still kneeling down in front of Paladious, I'm gonna ask him if he would like to ride Tempest with me.
You see a deep fear emerge into Paladius' eyes as he considers riding the giant rhino. He's touched him and pet him a little bit, but it's pretty clear that that's as far as he's going to go.
Alrighty then.
Can I crouch down next to Lothric and Paladious, be like, if you want, you can walk with me and Rue on the ground.
Paladius nods slowly.
Maybe right on the way back then. And I'll stand up and offer my hand.
He gingerly takes it.
Oh, wow.
That's cute. Well, I'm gonna mount Tempest again. Do I have to roll an animal handling check every time I mount
Not
or
this
dismount?
time, no.
Okay. I was just
It's just your
curious.
first interaction with him was a bit
New.
sketchy. Yeah, a bit new. Bit new for the both of you.
Understandable.
Bo and Daenerys, what are you two doing?
After doing the spoon trick thing with the light bear, Bo's just gonna put his mixology spoon in his, I guess in his bag, and then he's gonna look at Tempest, and then look at the ground and just be like, "I miss my horse."
Bo, would you like to ride with me?
No, I miss my horse.
We'll be back soon enough. You'll see him soon.
He probably thinks I'm dead, or abandoned him.
Probably.
I
Yeah.
thought you and Dusty were close. I don't think he would just think that you abandoned him.
I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like he could kind of live without me at this point with how much I've been kind of a so-so owner. I don't know. I'm trying.
We'll be back in a few days, and I'm pretty sure you'll see him again. And I'm pretty sure that he'll be excited to see you too.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, don't horses get attached to their owners?
I mean, I don't know. You're kind of the only person I know who's talked to him.
Right.
So,
Didn't Dusty also say that he was kind of about Bo anyways?
I don't think Daenerys told you guys that.
Oh,
No.
never mind.
No, I don't think
Daenerys
so.
never said that.
Forget it. I didn't say anything. I'm holding hands with Theogen.
God retconned it.
Pigeon.
Theogen, yeah, you're holding hands with an invisible man at this point.
Yeah, your horse seems pretty fond of you anyway,
his
so
name is
I'm sure he misses
Theoden.
you.
Fucking
You mean
lying to
Paladious.
me, Aaron.
Paladious.
Fucking lied to me, Aaron.
Sorry, I missed that. What did you say for Daenerys?
I said something along the lines of like, I'm sure Dusty misses you.
Okay.
Fucking lying to me.
So I assume at this point you're all starting to trot along to the next town.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
As you kind of get closer and closer, those of you who are kind of paying attention and not interacting with each other and looking towards the next town do notice another big slanted roof of a temple. One of the newer temples that was being built. This is a much larger town, probably not a trade center, but definitely a stop for trading.
Okay. As we get closer into town, Rue's gonna head like straight to the temple, take a look inside.
All right. So the architecture here is a bit different from what you're used to in like Ikalia and the city you were in first, which I don't remember the name of. I think it was Sidermina. The Tin Tier der the font I can't read. So Titan Tima, that's what it's called. Jesus.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's called Titan Tima. That's the first city we're in. So yeah, the architecture here is a bit strange. It's not unlike what you've seen with just the very similar marble housing, with large pillars, the kind of Greco-Roman architecture. But this has more what would be considered at the time like poor houses. It has mud houses built with thatch roofs on the outskirts, and then as you get closer into town, that sort of that classical architecture comes back into life, almost as though it were built from the outside in.
Okay. Pretty.
Yeah, somebody roll a perception check for me.
I have a pre-rolled one if you want.
Yeah, give me it.
17.
17.
Nice.
So, already looking around, you can tell that what happened everywhere else happened here. There's just stuff on the street, doors, windows open, food left open on the tables. But what's interesting is that a lot of the items that were here don't seem to be native to Ikalia, to Spectre Island. A lot of these seem to be things from around what would have been the Empire 10, 20, 30 years ago. Like just different fruits, vegetables that have rotted away, or clothing, cloth, metals that you wouldn't see here naturally. It's kind of strange.
Ooh.
Is there any like black iron or night iron around?
Is there any black iron? Give me an investigation check.
Oh, that's not terrible. 21.
Okay, give me just a second. Okay, so black iron, or as you would know it, adamantine, um, is a very rare metal and only started cropping up in the Imperial forces about 7 years ago. So there isn't any here, but there are some other kinds of metals that you weren't expecting to find. A lot of nickel, a lot of just almost things that would have been used for alchemy.
Okay.
Weird.
So as you continue further into the town, and Rue, you said you want to go straight for the temple. Do the rest of
Yes.
you want to do anything as well?
I'll just be following her.
Okay.
I'm gonna have Lothric and Tempest scout ahead a little bit
What
through
do
the
you mean?
town.
Oh, just like kind of
Yeah.
roll around. All right.
Mhm.
Make a perception check for me. Daenerys and Magnus, what are you two doing? So Magnus, remember, Paladious is still holding your hand.
I'm sitting back with Paladious, and we're just talking about like where he lived and what it was like living in his town, what his family was
Okay.
like. Just that
So
kind of
as
stuff.
you
What his
talk,
favorite books
you
were.
you find that he doesn't remember much. Not much at all. He knows his name, and he knows what happened to him in all of his memories after he kind of was turned. But he doesn't remember the turning, and he doesn't remember much before that.
Okay.
Daenerys, what are you doing?
Are there any like record keeping buildings or like a library of some sort in this
The
town?
closest thing to a record keeping building or record keeping at all would be most likely just logs of trades being done.
Okay.
You might be able to find like a trading post or like postmaster.
Okay.
So roll an investigation check for me. And while that's happening, Rue and Bo, as you two enter the temple, this time the temple is very well lit. No fires or anything, but there is a large hole in the roof that is casting broad daylight into the temple. Around you stands a very similar scene to one you've seen before. Pillars on either side of you, with a large dais at the far back with a large sacrificial altar and many, not portraits, but
Murals.
Mosaics?
Thank you. Mosaics or murals on the sides between each pillar. There are 4 in total, but they're pretty thickly covered with dust. You can almost tell that whatever paint they used or something to make these murals probably attracted a lot of dust throughout the years.
Okay.
And I got a 14 on that perception check from earlier.
So, Lothric, as you're wandering through the town, you don't find much. It's empty, it's dead, but you're keeping an eye out. Anyway, Rue.
Can I? How tall are these, like, compared to me? Like, can I reach up and, like, kind of, like, wipe away some of the dust?
Yeah, you can. They're maybe... They cap out at about 8 feet tall,
Okay.
but they're floor to ceiling almost.
Okay. Can I, like, tiptoe up and just kind of, like, wipe away some of the dust
Yeah, you can.
on one of them?
So wiping away the dust, roll a d4 for me.
Okie dokie. 4.
4? Okay, let me pull it up. Okay, so this is a very similar portrait to one you've seen before. It's you seemingly in a cave surrounded by a bubble which seems to bend the light. Your eyes are shut in this one, unlike the one that you saw before, and the pendant on your chest is glowing.
Oh.
Oh, that's always freaky seeing you in one of these.
I have to admit, it's not pleasant. DM, do I have... I know I didn't, but now that the entire ordeal has happened, do I have, like, a little bit of memory of what happened being in the cave?
You can try to remember if you want to.
No, not right now.
Okay. You remember the surface level memories that you have are being in the cave and wanting to leave.
Okay. It's just, it's weird to see, to know that I was there and that, you know, it's just odd.
Completely fair. How, was Loth mad at me? I feel like Loth was mad at me.
Why in her name would she be mad at you?
Because I was like, oh no, she's the Spider Queen, bad god.
To be honest, she didn't really mention a lot about you guys.
Cool, fine by me.
Me and her just talked, and she gave me the ultimatum, and she told me what she wanted out of me and explained some things, but she never really said anything about you guys.
Good. I do not want my name coming out of any of their lips.
She's not bad.
No, I'm not saying she's bad. I'm saying if, like, my name comes out of their face, I feel like I fucked up. If I'm being honest.
No, if anything, I feel like she's favorable towards everybody, including you. Because I mentioned before, she gave me the choice of leaving to go home or staying here with you guys, and she seemed pretty pleased about me choosing here, so...
I'm happy about it.
Yeah, so...
You're my friend, so...
Thanks.
Do you think we're not friends or something?
I've been a little unsure, especially after hearing you talk about Loth and being revealed that I follow her and was her champion. You know, a lot of people would opt to kill me in your place.
Brew. I'm the last person who is going to judge you for what you do with the dumb decisions that I've made. My dumb decisions have led it to where, oh yeah, there's fire coming out of my wrists. I'm the last person to even have the place to judge at this point. As foolish as I was in the past.
That's relieving. Can I be honest with you for a moment?
Be my guest.
Once we got back to live like her, after all of this, I for sure thought that you guys wouldn't want me around after everything being revealed. I thought... I know, your face says everything that I can imagine you want to say. But I lied to you, and I wanted to be honest, but I couldn't. I was too scared, and I completely would have understood if you guys didn't want me around after all of that. After the come to Rona meeting that we had, I would have completely understood if there was any anger from anybody towards me.
Rue.
Mm-hmm.
I've had enough of anger in this between all of us. Trust me, at this point, if I wanted to be angry at you, I would have been. Okay? And I assure you, especially Magnus, none of us are gonna be like, oh hey, yeah, get out. Not one of us are gonna be like that. I wouldn't have called you one of my child's aunts.
I guess. I don't know. I tend to assume the worst, especially with this, considering everything that's happened. I was ready for it. So, it's comforting to know.
If anyone says that they're not only going to have to speak to you, they're also going to have some problems with me.
Okay.
So while that's happening, Daenerys, what do you get on your investigation check?
I got a 16.
A 16. So you managed to track down just a generalized like trading area. There's not a lot of logbooks though. There's just more this went in, this went out kind of deal. Not a lot of history or information to be had.
Are there like the names of who's trading?
Yeah, there are plenty of names.
Do I recognize any like houses or anything?
You would not know. Not a lot of houses, apart from House Crawl, which you know kind of ran this whole section of your people.
Right.
Houses from Arathia didn't trade here, and family names from Leonard Roll, just they're not as accessible to you in your head as you would want them to be.
Okay.
Magnus might know.
She'll make record of all of the notable names, like the ones that are frequent, and then move on.
Okay. Magnus, while you talk with Paladious, he needs to. Okay. Is there anything specific you want to say to him?
No, not really. Once like we reach the point of like, oh yeah, I don't remember anything besides turning, and that Magnus is gonna let go of it and be like, do you want to play a game? And he's gonna teach him like how to play one of his childhood games that he played, and they're doing that.
Oh, okay. Okay. Roll a d20 for me.
Ooh, just flat.
Just flat.
16.
Okay, you whoop his ass in that game. Like he rolled an 8.
It's okay. You're still learning.
Aw, come on! You didn't let him win.
You're still learning. It's all right.
So Lothric, as you're riding through the town, let's see, who got the helmet? I don't remember.
I think I did.
Did you ever identify it?
No, but I can right now.
You don't have to if you don't want to. I was just asking. Lothric, what magic item did you get? I don't remember.
I got that cloth.
The cloth. That's right. Okay. Then that's not relevant. So never mind. You're riding through the town and you don't see much.
He also got the
Tempest is. He got the what?
He also got the thermos.
Oh yeah, that too. Forgot about that.
Oh, fuck! I totally forgot, guys.
Cole.
This cool thing that I did in Roll20.
Oh, that's right.
So yeah, are you all able to see these items that I'm giving you?
Oh my god!
Where do we look for those?
On Roll20.
On
Oh, sick.
Roll20. Do I not have? I don't think I put any of my. Oh yeah, I did. So you should all be able to see item cards now, and what you should be able to do is up in the top right of Roll20, under there's like the chat, the pictures, and the little note thing. If you go to there, you should be able to see all of the item cards I've assigned to you so far. So I will be doing that over the next like week or so that we are able to keep track of what magic items you guys have and you don't forget them.
That's so sick. Now I don't.
Which icon am I looking for?
It's the newspaper. I like that he keeps calling it a note, but
okay.
it's a newspaper.
It's a note.
It's a newspaper.
Okay, I see. All right. I see abilities. Can everybody else see what we got, or just
So
us?
no, only you can see what you have.
That's really
Nice.
cool.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll be doing that. I
Something
totally
else.
forgot about that. So thank you, Austin, for reminding me with your bottle of Boundless coffee.
You're welcome.
That being said, you guys don't really find much more than that. Not a lot of magic items that hold sway other than the kind of mass-produced shit that you saw before. Zoe, if you don't stop eating those, I'm gonna hit you.
It's so bad, dude. I got
Stop
butter
eating them.
popcorn.
They're gross.
But there's the good ones too.
So yeah, you can all do what you want to now.
I'm gonna take a sip of the coffee.
All right, roll a d20 for me.
Oh my god, I got a 10.
A 10. It's a
Oh,
nice cold
fingers
brew.
crossed.
It's like iced, and it's like a bit of cream in there. It's a different flavor for sure.
Yummy.
Anyone find
Just trying to think of a funny name for Starbucks for medieval times.
The Starbuck.
Starbuck.
Anyway,
Astral deer.
what was that?
The astral deer.
The astral deer. That's pretty good. So what would you all like to do? So I mean, apart from the general things that you can find that a daily person would have had in this town, you could look for maybe coffers or something, but other than that, there's not much here.
Okay. Can I go? I'm still in the church, right? I assume yes.
Yeah, you're still in the temple.
Can I go look like at the sacrificial table to see if it's ever been used?
Let's see. Would this one have been used in time?
I
Let me
don't
see.
want people to die. That's awful.
Well, you would know from your practices just in general that sacrifices aren't people usually, but mainly more animals or like given food tributes. So you would slaughter a lamb over the table or something, or put a couple fruits on there if you wanted to.
Okay.
This one would have like stains of blood on it though.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Can I go over to one more of the murals and wipe it off?
Yeah, roll a d4 for me. If you get a 4, re-roll it.
Okay. 1.
1. Okay. As you wipe your hand away or like through the dust, what you see here is a woman of stunning just detail. It's you, but like it's almost like you're looking into an old-timey mirror. Except in this one, your eyes are open, and in your eyes, there seems to be the entire night sky, the 3 arms of the galaxy, painted through them. And it's just it's almost like a headshot. Your shoulders up, and what surrounds you in the background is what looks to be the country of Akalia, except there's like a lot of light pouring down and things are vibrant and green. And what you can kind of glean from this is that they were considering you to be the thing that would save Akalia.
Damn. Okay. Huh. Okay.
Cole, is this... Okay, is this a temple to, like, I guess an offering to just Rue, or is there also a statue of
Tithus?
Tithus?
So,
yeah, Tithus was
this
the
this is a temple built specifically to Rue. The one that you were in before with the big statue, that one wasn't completed, and it was another statue of what was going to be Rue at the same time. The statues of Tithus that you've seen outside, I think one of you rolled a religion check and saw that they're a bit older. So worshipping of Tithus and her brother were kind of being
Tithus.
phased out. Othis, were being phased out as this new religion came into being in Icalia.
Okay. I was gonna make an offering, but then I realized, oh hey, the person I'd be making an offering to
You
is
can still
right
make an
fucking
offering
here.
if you want to.
What am I? Hey, Rue, here, have a handshake.
Put a fruit on there, see if it just like magically teleports into my hands.
Okay. Bo will smirk for a little bit as he's thought of something funny, and he goes over and puts like a piece of jerky from his rations on one of like the offering tables.
Okay, you tink onto the brass metal bit, and nothing happens. It's jerky sitting on a brass table.
Nah, worth a shot.
Oh, I'm so sad. Thank you, Bo.
Huh? Oh, sorry. I had a funny idea, and also
Oh.
I still can't tell if Lolth is also like in these. I don't know.
You know, if I had an answer, I'd give it to you. I appreciate the jerky, but I do have some of my own.
I was just trying. I don't know. Religion's a weird thing for me in general, and
You know, I get it. It's not for everybody. Appreciate it though.
Yeah.
Who's gonna kind of like walk away?
I promise I'm not trying to worship you. It's too late. And he just walks out defeated.
As you're walking out, Bo, roll a perception check for me.
Oh, okay, cool. That's not good. That's a 6. Well, technically that's a 7 then.
Okay, you don't notice anything different. You walk out.
Oh, cool, great.
Cow bummer.
All right, so at this point, I'm assuming you've all kind of returned to the outskirts of the temple, and you can all talk because I have to piss really badly.
Okay.
Magnus brought out Magma to play with Theogen, and they're playing fetch.
That's so cute.
Like Magnus
That's
and
your-
Theogen are taking turns throwing a stick for Magma.
That's the fox thing, right?
Yeah, that's my fox.
You're
Cool.
just kind of gonna like stand nearby and watch. So cute. That is so cute.
Did you guys find anything interesting?
No, the town is again deserted, but nothing of value.
Well,
Found some records, but nothing of value.
Temple stuff?
like shipping records or like historical?
Yeah.
Or...
Seems like this was like a shipping mediating town. It had nothing important though, just logs.
Nobody see anything like funky or weird?
Not that we haven't already seen.
Other than murals of myself, no.
That's still like weird concept to wrap my head around. Cool. But
Yeah, me too. Me
Yeah,
too.
Yeah, I can only imagine how you feel about it. Do we want to cap out here? Do we want to head back?
We should not camp out here. Remember the dusk things.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I have the tiny hut.
And buildings, there's lots of buildings around.
I could hold up in a building, hold up in a temple.
What time is it, DM?
Right now it's probably. Give me just a second.
Okay.
It's about 4 in the afternoon.
Mm.
Do we want to head back?
How long would it take for us to get back to the...
You would be back by dusk.
Personally, I'd just rather go back. That's just me.
Okay, if you don't feel safe or comfortable, then that's alright.
How many more towns are there?
Here or just like in your general area?
Just general area.
Let me pull up my map. I didn't think you would ask that. Within reach, within a couple of miles, there's one, apart from the one that you just came from. And based on the maps that you have from Paladious, it looks to be like more like a village than a town.
I doubt that we'll find anything in this little town. I guess we could head back.
Okay.
Off we go.
All right. So you all begin to walk the stone pathway back towards the Ern Faisuk, which is a little more than a dot on the horizon at this point. I mean, it's bigger than a dot. It's not like 60 miles away, but it's like, it's far away.
It's in the distance.
Yeah. On the only taller hill in all of Akalia.
Only quote unquote mountain.
Yeah, there you go. And yeah, so
Ladies, you ready to head back?
Paladious he's already ahead of you. Like he's like already, as soon as you guys started walking, he's took the lead.
I'm gonna walk up next to Paladious and just say, "Hey, can I show you something?"
Paladious kind of like nods.
Okay. I hand him my journal, and I like flip to a couple of pages over, and I'm gonna DM you what I show him.
Okay. While you do that, do you want to identify that helmet, please?
Oh yeah, while he's reading, I'll identify it.
Okay, thank you. So this is what looks to be almost like a plate helmet. It's got like plate mail helmet. It's a helmet. It's a heavy helmet. It's a big helmet.
Okay, does it have any magical properties?
Yeah, sorry. I just really
Freaking
felt the need to
dingus.
describe that.
It's
It's
a helmet.
It's a helmet.
Could be a bucket.
bucket.
Yeah,
Bucket
I don't know.
helmet.
I didn't know if you guys were like thinking it was like a
Breakfast helmet.
Spittoon hat.
Gross.
breakfast helmet. What?
Breakfast bucket. Bucket helmet. Breakfast bucket.
It's just a steel bucket with magical properties.
This is a bucket. Dear God.
Oh, okay.
There's more. No.
All right. Yeah, sure. So Palladius he doesn't know how to read, so he's flipping
Shit.
through the pictures for sure.
They're very poorly drawn.
Yeah, they're horribly drawn, but he's flipping through them.
Oh, Paladious.
Can you read that? Is that something you can do? Like that language?
He just shakes his head and then flips the page.
Oh, here, whenever we get back to the Aaron Fazook, why don't I'll read it out loud for you so you can understand. Does that sound okay?
I would like that very much.
How do you like the little thing that I drew? I know it's not good.
No, it is very good. It's good.
Thank you. And now I'm casting Identify on that fucking helmet.
All right, there you go. I sent it to you.
I'm going.
So well, that's happening. Tanaris, make a perception check for me.
Got you.
I'm gonna adopt Paladious. He's mine.
Just the fucking have a group of children that's just ours. We have two right now. We're
only
gonna get
one of the-
three.
Only one of them is an actual blood relative of the party.
What'd you get, Tanaris?
I got 19.
19? Okay. You notice that the shippering, you do what you're most comfortable with, and you take to the skies. And as you begin to rise above into the air and get a kind of an overview, you see the ocean. And you see that it's shimmering weirdly. You can't explain it, but it's definitely strange.
Have I seen this? Like when we were in the War Wastes, something similar?
The only comparable thing would be when the island disappeared.
Okay. Can I like look a little closer, or is it like too far?
As you continue to look, the shimmering disappears.
Interesting. I'll take note of that.
Okay.
And I think Daenerys is going to continue flying.
All right. Sounds good. So what are the rest of you doing on your walk back, if anything at all? You can totally just skip this part and be like, no, I don't like walking. My legs hurt.
Magnus is probably still playing fetch with Magma.
Okay.
No.
Like,
He
you
did-
fucking
he
throw
didn't
something and then
stop.
Magma, like
Yeah.
like a fucking dart, just like dashes away.
Yeah.
And then you don't see him for a second, and then you hear, and then you,
after him and Palladius were playing fetch, she just like didn't stop.
like Magma definitely has the zoomies as a fox right now. Like
Yeah.
he's going fucking
He's going
fast.
ham.
Oh my
going
Magnus throwing
ham.
that thing.
Hey.
Magnus throwing that thing as far as fucking possible.
Hey Magnus,
Aw.
could I give that a try?
Go for it.
Okay. Are you like just throwing him a stick?
Oh yeah. I found one on the
Cool.
ground.
Okay, cool. I yeet the stick as far as I can.
You watch as Magma goes to go for it, and then like looks around, and it's gone. He doesn't know where it went.
He threw it too far.
Oh,
When I
sorry,
throw it,
buddy.
It doesn't go that
You
far.
ruined
man.
his fine.
what are you
ruined the
talking about?
fun.
No, I didn't. And
Yes, you did.
I'm a little
as
bit of a
Rue
stick.
says that, I'm gonna use dancing lights. I'm gonna pull out the spoon again, start spinning it, and a little ball made out of light pops out of like the circle that the spoon is making, and Bo lightly tosses it this time.
Magma doesn't follow it. He's just confused.
I'm looking for another stick.
All right, yeah, I ruined his fun.
You know, for someone who claims to have been around a lot of animals, at least on the farm, you don't seem to be very good with them.
Damn, you just got called out, son.
I mean, to be fair, I was raised to herd them, not be friends. I sure I was raised around animals, but I wasn't raised to I wasn't raising them as pets. I was raising them as livestock.
Right. She doesn't
Okay.
have anything else to say.
So, you all eventually make it back as dusk begins to set. I want all of you to make a perception check as you are beginning to rise and walk up the hill of the Urnfaisuk as the sun begins to set.
Oh, what was that?
Dirty 20.
Oh, son of a bitch.
11.
Oh, fuck.
Oh fuck, I can't believe you've done this.
Fuck off.
12.
Fuck off.
Daenerys, you'd probably be back by now because you were flying anyway, so you're probably at the Urnfaisuk
Right.
already.
Right.
5.
Get fucked.
I'm too busy looking for a stick.
Looking for another safety stick, I see.
No. Just
All
one
right,
for
so
Magma.
Bo, what did you get?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Rue, you got
12.
Lothric, you got an 11,
Yep.
and Magnus got a 5. And Daenerys, what'd you get?
I got a 9.
A 9. Okay, so Rue and Bo, as you're kind of walking along, you're heading the pack, and in front of you, almost off to the side of the pathway, you see as two purple eyes into existence as the sun begins to set over the horizon. All of you roll another perception check for me. It's going to take you
Come
3 minutes to
on.
get up this hill, so...
Come on, pretty nice.
Nice.
Do the good thing.
7.
Ah,
16.
I can't
9.
see the color. What are you?
I got a
9.
natural 20.
Fucking 9.
Hey, Aaron, high five.
16.
Hey, high five.
Okay. What'd you get, Bo?
I got a 7.
Okay, so Bo, you see the eyes and you're so transfixed on them that unlike Lothric, Rue, and Daenerys, you don't see the others that start appearing. At first, it's a few. Rue and Lothric, you begin to see 6, 7, 8. Daenerys, you see about the same, and as time goes on, it very quickly rises. It starts turning into 20, 30, 40, 50, 100. And it's almost like a wall of impassable shadows. As the sun sets, you see their darker figures set in. And I'm going to change the music really quick.
Are they in front of us? Like between
They're in front of
us
you.
and the Aaron Faisuk?
They are fully in front of you and between you and the Ern Faisuk.
Okay.
Oh god. Oh no.
And as you walk, you watch as a seemingly thick ocean of them part for you as you walk and then close behind you. Numbers of them keep tripling, and some of them are larger than others, standing full heads over others. It's a variety of these dark figures with bright, burning purple eyes. And Daenerys, with your back against the door, you watch as they slowly inch closer towards you.
Can I go inside?
Yeah, you can. You fucking just like afraid, you fucking pop inside and close the door. What are the rest of you doing? You've all noticed them by now.
I'm picking up Paladious and trying to follow Daenerys as quickly as possible.
Can
Yeah.
I...
So you guys are still, you haven't noticed that she's gone in. You heard the doors open and close.
I
But
know,
you're-
but watching Daenerys, I figured he would be freaked out.
You haven't seen Daenerys.
Shit!
You guys are still like halfway up the hill at this point.
Okay. Do they... Like, we all see them at this point, right?
You all see them, yes.
Okay. Do they look like different shapes of people and species, or are they just like...
Yes.
Oh.
They're almost silhouettes of people and species entirely, yes.
Can I, in Aarakocra, or no, I don't know Aarakocra, but like, fucking, kind of heading inside. Actually, can I bowl a fucking, what is it called? My fire little thing. What is it called?
Produce flame?
Yeah, can I just bowl a produce flame to see if they kind of like part with it, or
Are you bowling it or holding it? Like throwing it? Is that what you're wanting to do?
Yeah, I want to roll it across the ground to see if they
Okay.
if they avoid the light with it.
So yeah, roll
Like I don't
roll
want
to hit.
Oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to hit any of them.
I know you, but that's what I'm basing this off of. So
7. Wait, plus
Okay.
plus this thing, which is
13.
yeah.
So as the flame up the hill and then comes to a stop, and then the flame like kind of flickers and goes out, you watch as the ones closest to it, the silhouettes kind of disappear and their eyes are still there, and the ones that it's casting shadow on get darker and more visible, more tangible, more real, and those ones start walking closer to you. And then as the flame extinguishes and the light of day still hits them, those shadows no longer there, they slow down.
Can I roll an insight check to see if they look to have hostile intent, or
Roll an insight check.
I would love to do that. We're gonna use the bard die because
So they retreat with light, but as the light goes away, they kind of come closer. Yeah.
More or less. Insight. That is an 18.
An 18? You don't know what their agenda is, but they fully intend to kill you.
Okay.
I don't like it.
I'm gonna have Lothric take out that jar of flowers again, seeing that they retreated with Magnus's produced flame ball that she rolled up the hill.
Okay.
And I'm gonna unscrew it, and I'm gonna pluck one of the flowers that allows me to glow, and I'm gonna reach over down to Tempest's nose, and I'm gonna telepathically tell him to sniff the flower
Okay, give me just a second.
to see if he can glow.
I have to pull up the fucking thing again, because I don't remember.
I'm looking.
I think it was the orange
Oh.
one.
It is the orange lily. It projects an orange hue around the user for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, so that doesn't create light. It just
just
makes
makes you
you
orange.
seem orange.
I'm watching.
So Tempest, like, just as he sniffs and exhales, you watch as his color just changes to orange.
Oh, what the fuck! I thought he was gonna glow. I was gonna. Damn it!
Seeing
sorry.
that, I'm going to cast dancing lights around the rhino and just make like a radius of light, or like a ring of light.
Okay. Is anybody riding the rhino right now?
Besides
Lothric?
Lothric, I don't think anybody else is.
I'm
Okay.
gonna.
As you cast dancing lights, Bo,
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
you watch the lights around him. But what you expected to happen doesn't happen. The ones closest to you definitely get a bit less real. Their eyes a bit less purple, less burning. The ones further away, however, become fully tangible. Lothric, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw as 50 of them rush the rhino.
Oh,
And
fuck
the
no,
ones that are in the
Tempest.
way, the rest of you, apart from Daenerys, as you all stand around Tempest, these creatures, burning deep purple eyes, they're everything about them seems to be made of, well, intangible something, almost
said
like
it-
a specter.
Dex saving throw.
Make a dex saving throw for me. And they rush through you towards Tempest.
17.
17. So I'm going to roll the dice here. Lothric, you feel the hands of 20 or 30 grab you and pull you off of Tempest. As you hit the ground, the dark night surrounds you. The rest of them begin to circle around Lothric alone as hundreds of them encompass him.
Can I run up to Lothric and cast Fired Up?
Fired up?
Yeah.
Which one is that?
That's my second one, and it produces a light of 20 feet.
Are you doing it on Lothric?
No,
or on yourself?
it's. Can I do it to other people?
Yes, that's you can remember you can make it on to somebody else if you want to. The rest of them, however, swarm Tempest, and Lothric, you begin to hear Tempest screaming in your head as they begin to tear him apart.
Bo is putting down Paladious and directing him towards Rue.
With feeling the emotion and the pain that Tempest is going through, to cease that and to make sure he's okay, I'm going to speak my command word to make him dissipate and be no more.
I did not know you could do that. So
I can
So cool.
desummon him at will.
luckily, what was going to happen does not happen as Tempest and disappears. The things that were swarming him seem to disappear with him. And the ones that are still on top of you, Magnus, what are you doing?
I'm casting Fired Up on Lothric.
Okay, so as you're doing that, Lothric, you feel and hear a very familiar sensation. You hear a voice in your head. It's not a voice you recognize or used to, and then it becomes hundreds of voices as they all scream in your mind, each one vying for a place in your body, and you feel like you're fighting for control. Roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
Okay.
Oh my god.
9.
9. You lose consciousness. The rest of you watch as Lothric's body erupts in flame. And Lothric, deep in your mind, you feel pain. You feel like you're burning. Give me just a second.
Fucking hate that smile. Get out of
I
here.
hate when he does that.
It's so creepy.
So, Lothric, you take 4d6 fire damage, which I'm going to roll now.
Okay.
From
Magnus,
your
you're gonna kill
burn.
him!
That's not what it does!
You take 24 points of fire damage.
Whoa, that's a
That's not
lot
what
of
that does, what the
damage.
fuck?
Is
Then
that
the
coming
rest of
from?
you- That's coming from Magnus. Yeah.
That's not what
Magnus,
Fired
what
Up
the fuck?
does! That's not what Fired Up does!
You casted